Hello, hello, and welcome to the show. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, my little petit pois. How are you all? It's good to see you. It's been a while, motherfuckers. I ain't got any brews. I have this week. This week I do not have any brews, but I do have a local beer to try. How are you? Are you well? I just thought we'd do this one a little bit differently today because we're from this side of the conservatory with the new camera and the new microphone where we do the broadcasts from when we do them, when we are in the mood and we can be bothered. This is where it all happens of a Saturday night. The music's there, I am here. We have a chat and we've got some graphics up and stuff, and I'll do that all night really. No, that's a bit odd, isn't it? So what's been going on then? Where you been? Where you been for the last couple of months? I have been here, there and everywhere. I've been working really hard and I haven't really had time to do any brewing. This is what happens when you have a full-time job and it takes you where it takes you. You know, life gets in the way sometimes, doesn't it? You don't really have time to do any brewing. So what I've been doing is relying on supermarket beers really, and whenever I've been out and about doing things or going away for a weekend, I've tried to find somewhere where they sell some beer and bring some home and sample some. So what I've got here for you folks is this from the Wolf Brewery. It's called Coyote. Coyote. Or Coyote, even. I'm thinking about that song by Level 42, aren't I? Coyote, that one's called. Coyote. A well-balanced hoppy ale at 4.3%. This is Wolf Brewery. It's not Crew Wolf Brewery, so shout out to you, Mark. Bottled and brewed by the Wolf Brewery in Norfolk, because that's where I've been, you see. And I got this and I thought I'd give it a go. A hoppy best bitter, complex but well balanced mix of hops and malt, and a crisp, well hopped finale. Let's give it an open. Good here, isn't it? This is a dirty glass, as you can see, but there's not very much we can do about that. I suppose I could clean it, but it's only you lot, innit? You don't care, do you? We gave that one a decent pour, fellas, didn't we? We gave that one a decent pour. The glass is a little bit dirty, as I said, so it's a little bit cloudy, and the beer is a little bit cloudy too, but that's all right, doesn't matter, that's good. What are we smelling? Not very much. Some malt. Not very much on the smell. This one is more about the malt. There's not very much going on at all, apart from my lunch. Forgive me. It's fine beer. It's a little bit bitter, as you would expect a bitter to be. Okay, it's bitter, but it's not too bitter. It's very crisp. The malt is really quite nice, and it's a refreshing beer. However, it's not a very hoppy one. I would imagine there's not too much going on in there, but it's making me burp. So it's well carbonated. Doesn't really tell me what hops are in there either. I suppose I should go on wolfbrewery.com and have a little look and find out what hops are in there. But I'm not going to, because you know that sometimes if we do that, sometimes it clouds your tasting of it, and I try not to do that nowadays. I just try and dive in and see what I can find myself, you know, and I'm not finding very much in that at all. So it's an okay beer, but there's not very much going on. It's a little bit okay. I wouldn't say it's bland. It's just all right. So that's that one. What else was I going to tell you? I'm going to go back and do a brew. So yeah, no, not now, you fool. I'm going to go back and do a brew that I did a couple of years ago, and people have been picking up on it, and they've been doing the all grain versions, which is great to see. People, looking at a recipe you've done and having a go at it themselves and doing all grain versions, because mine was an extract version, of course, and it's the Mostly Ghostly beer, and I've only done 2 batches of the Mostly Ghostly. The first one was incredible, the second one was good, not as good as the first batch. So I'm going to have another bash at the batch, bash at it like that, and we'll see how we get on with it, and hopefully it will turn out all right. I'm not going to do it just yet. I'm going to wait probably another month or so until the weather starts to turn and it's not so warm, because we want to get those brewing temperatures down just a little bit. I was going to use you've probably seen some of my other videos, the fermentation fridge, but it means I have to go to the shed and dig out all the equipment and plug it all in and arse around, and I really can't be bothered with that even. It's a struggle nowadays, fellas, to do these things properly. So I'll have to wait until the temperatures come down just a tiny little bit, and then that'll be enough for us to brew that particular beer. It shouldn't be too bad. If it's a slightly higher temperature, probably around about 24 degrees, it'll be fine. Any higher than that, we're probably going to introduce some flavours in there that we don't really want in the beer. So I'm going to just wait for the temperatures just to come down a little bit, and then we'll have another bash at it. Obviously I would have a go at an all grain batch, but I haven't got room, I haven't got time, and maybe I could do a smaller version, I suppose, but I don't think it's worth it. I think if you find something that you like, that you should stick to it. That's the lesson, really. I'm also finding that some of the old kits I've been doing, particularly those with the liquid malt, aren't coming out great. And I've got an issue with liquid malt, fellas. It's just got this twang to it that you don't get with dry malt extract, and I think one of the main reasons for that is because liquid malt extract doesn't ferment all the way down where your dry malt DME does. That ferments all the way through. Liquid malt doesn't. So you kind of get this slight caramel sweetness in every single beer that you make, and I think it's because that liquid malt doesn't ferment all the way through. But I could be wrong about that. That's just my opinion. There is a difference between the two. Whether the liquid malt is in the pouches that you get, or whether it's in tins. I'm not enjoying the experiences I've been having in the last year or so with the liquid malt kits. So I'm going to do my own beer from scratch, and I'm going to use the dry malt extract, but not just yet. I need to wait until the temperature comes down, as I say, the weather. And also, I can't be bothered at the moment, to be honest. I haven't got enough time to do all these things, fellas. So I just thought I'd come in and say hello, because it's been a while, and I've got a little paper cut here on my finger, and I don't know where I got it from. Don't you hate it, right, when you do things like that? So what you could do, right, is you could wake up one day and you trip over something, you bash your toe, right, and you get, that hurt, and then you just forget about it, and then like a day or two later you go, my toe really hurts, I don't know what I've done. I've got this bloody paper cut here and it's killing me, and I don't know how I've done it. I don't know when I've done it. I've got no idea. And I had the same thing the other week when I come back from Norfolk. I had a really painful arm there. I don't know if I bashed it in the night or... You know what I think it is? I think my wife is slowly beating me up over the course of 25 years or so, and eventually she's going to beat me into a pulp, and then she's going to live off the insurance. if she'll only wait a few years, I'll drink myself to death, won't I? You know, that's all she's got to do. She's just got to hang around for a few more years. So yeah, my birthday's been and gone. My birthday was in June. Didn't really do very much. Didn't have any beer vouchers for my birthday. It was a very quiet birthday, in fact. Didn't really do anything this year. In fact, it's been a really bit boring year, really, this year, to be honest, fellas. Not very much has been going on, you know. It's purely because it's just been work stuff. Go to work. You know, I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm no different to anybody else who gets up early and goes to work, of course. But I get up at 6 o'clock, I get to work 7, 7:15, and I work through till 4:30, whenever. And then I sit in the car and I come home, and it's always coming home from work, going through the M25. That's a problem. So sometimes it can take me an hour and a half, 2 hours to get home. Before I know it, it's 6 o'clock, and you know, it's a 12-hour day. And you come home from work, and as you know yourselves, those that are in work, you get a little bit tired, don't you? You get a little bit tired, boys and girls, and you ain't got time to do anything. You just want to sit down and chill out, don't you? So, if I had to score this Coyote, go look it up on YouTube. It's a good song. Wolf Brewery. Out of 10, I'd probably say it's a 7. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just not very hoppy, that's all. There's not much going on. I think it's the typical British hops in there. But without going on the website, I'm guessing. I'm not getting any citrus tones or any, any of the New World hops kind of thing going on. But there might be something else in there, but it's just not very pronounced. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon at some point. Hopefully you like the new camera and the microphone. And if you do, come watch us on ivlog.tv/user/LakeyBloke. Whenever I broadcast on there, usually Saturday night. Sometimes I do the odd one during the week. If I've got a day off, I might jump on and we have a chat. We talk about beer. We, play some tunes, and we just chill out and put our feet up and have a laugh, really. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Having a laugh. So thanks for watching again, fellas. Thank you for following us. Click the thumbs up, because apparently that does stuff. Subscribe and all the other crap. And what we'll do later on at some point is we'll do some reviews of some more beers, and I'll show you everything that's going to be put together with the mostly ghostly beer that I'm going to knock up, but it won't be just yet. It's going to be later on in the year, and we'll see how it goes. So for now, I'm going to say ta-ta, TTFN. Look after yourselves. I hope you're well, and I'll see you next time. Ta-da!